morning. I have both my boys with me and we're gonna get started building our chicken tractor. Some of you have been asking me, what is a chicken tractor? Well, during this video, you're gonna find out. In approximately 2 weeks, we are going to be welcoming 50 meat chickens. We want to be as sustainable as possible here on our homestead, and so this is the first year we are going to do our own chicken harvest. We are so excited to welcome our Cornish Cross chickens, and part of having a chicken tractor means this is going to help us to be able to give these chickens the best life that they possibly can have for the time that we have them here on our property. We want to make sure that they have adequate shade, shelter, and we want to make sure that they have full access to their food and water all the time. And we want to make sure that they're constantly in clean condition, which is why a chicken tractor is going to help us to make this transition from brooder when we get them for 2 to 3 weeks into their big chicken coop that they're going to be in. Meat chickens don't really roost. They're going to want to have a ground covering to be able to explore on. So with the chicken tractor, you're going to move your chicken tractor every couple of days, giving a fresh space on pasture for the meat birds. And so this is going to be something that we're going to be able to mobily move all the way up and down, not only composting our hill, but giving fresh pastures to the meat birds every couple of days. We have our main supports done for the chicken tractor, but we still have some other main supports to put on. And then we're gonna get working on the perimeter because we wanna make sure that this is as draft free as possible because we don't want the meat birds to get a chill. Also, you know Nova Scotia weather is unpredictable, so we need to make sure that this is a great shelter space for our meat birds. Okay, so the first thing we wanna do is make sure that we have enough material for our roofing. And this was some of the metal that came off of the shed that fell in the snowstorm. We have 2 pieces that have this corner L on them, and so we're going to utilize that for the peak of our roof, and then we're going to be able to layer the other sheets here to create this side. That way the very tip peak of the roof here, the water's not going to go down as if we seamed 2 together. So we're just utilizing what we've got, and 2 pieces goes along this end, and then we have a whole pile of it over on the other side. I know for certain we're going to need a center beam in the middle here to make sure that we support any of this because there's a long length. But because we don't know exactly how far the measurement is for how much roofing we're going to use, we're going to put that on after. We'll crawl in and install that in a few minutes with a 1x2. But for right now, it's just going to look floppy for a second.
And because this is an English family chicken tractor, this will be a chicken tractor like you've never seen before.
So we've decided we wanted to do a little bit more of the roofing here. I still might add another piece here. I'm not sure. I want to make sure they can also get enough sunlight. And then we're going to add a skirting around the bottom and chicken wire, of course, to be able to have some airflow spaces. But we don't want the rain to obviously get at them too much if we can avoid it. We've just used the scrap metal, so although some of it is a little bit faded and dented, that's totally okay so far for what we're going to be doing. We're going to make it look really good in the end. Okay, this is where we are at right now. We're going to go in and have some lunch. We're going to go make some fresh lunch together. We are still going to add a bunch more elements to this. This isn't going to be a blue roof in the end. We're going to paint this, we're going to decorate. We're gonna make it so cool. We obviously have to make a door. We need to make feeders. We need to finish how we're going to do our walls. And then of course we have the back. And then we're gonna have to decide how we're going to create the inside for the chickens. But this is pretty good progress for us, teaming up this morning to make this chicken tractor happen. we do have this backwards. So this is actually going to be the front. So we're going to be making our rope for pulling here. So we're gonna have to turn it around, but the three of us can manhandle this, no problem, especially with the quad. And then this is gonna go on the orchard hill, but we're just building it right here because we have power for the saws and everything that we need right here. So we're just working based on where it's most convenient and spending some time with the goatees at the same time.
We just got most of the roof done, but we're gonna add a couple extra pieces so we can make sure the chickens are dry and out of the sun.
We realized that we didn't put the lip over top of like this sheeting here. So we're just putting that in.
We got
now.
overzealous.
Yeah, we got ahead of ourselves.
Okay. That is really coming in handy. So we have the back already installed on here. Obviously we're gonna get painting this and it's gonna look a little better on the back side. But that's my hatch door in case I need to go in and do any cleaning. And then the open parts on the side here, we're gonna do chicken wire. We're gonna do a little skirting around the bottom just to make sure that they have some wind shelter from the bottom. And then this is going to be the front part where we're gonna have kind of like a faux door, probably one that I won't be able to fit through. But I want to do sort of a decorative door. I had an idea and then I realized that I wasn't going to fit through the size door that would fit with the angle, but I'm still going to do my idea because I was excited about it. This is the front, this is the side. I would have rather done the actual slats of the roof here vertically instead. That way I could do a water catching set, a little spot on the bottom, like a little trough. But since that wasn't possible with how many scraps we had left in the right sizes, the back is now completely enclosed with my little hatch door that I have there. And then this side looks the same as the other. So those exposed areas are going to have the chicken wire on them. Just painting the front of the little chicken door with a fresh white so that I can paint my image on it when I'm done. I think it's going to be really fun to welcome our meat chickens, and although they need to stay in a small brooder for the first 2 to 3 weeks that they're with us, so they're fully feathered and they can go outside, this means that we're going to be ready because as the weather's getting warmer, we have so many things to do both inside and outside the house that I thought while I had the boys home for 4 days this weekend that we would work on this all together. They were very excited to make this chicken tractor. They've now gone inside to do a couple of animal tours of their own inside. Obviously, you know, we have indoor animals as well. And I'm gonna finish doing some of the main framework here. We are gonna paint this and we are gonna decorate it. And I have a really cute cutout that I wanna do for the front door of this that I think I'm gonna do next, but I have a couple more pieces of 1x2 to put on and then we're ready to do the fun part.